This is a PHP Chapter 1 introduction. It's just creating basics of PHP. And it's by me, Alex Ferrer. I went through the PHP book everyone's going over today. What is PHP? It's a hypertext preprocessor or an open source server-side programming language. How to set up your first script in PHP.
And you're using Sublime, is that correct?
Yeah, it's going to be Sublime Text 3.
Okay.
So we have a lesson sign and a question mark with PHP. It's your opening script. Then the close is a question mark and greater than sign for the closing script.
And notice how Alex did it almost like, if you look at the Duckett book, where he labels everything, he takes up a whole page, just labeling and showing you every part. So I really love this.
So how Marcos was talking about in JavaScript, you do document write to do things. In PHP, we use a thing called echo. So when you use an echo, it's just basically, it writes text to the web browser. The following below is an example. Echo, quote, hello world, quote, close,
Semicolon.
semicolon.
Mm-hmm.
The semicolon is the closing tag. The beginning quote and the ending quote is the starting and the ending. And the echo is just how it displays it to the web browser.
That's what shows up on the
Yeah.
browser.
So this is what you're basically going to see on your web page.
And you have to save your Sublime as .php, right?
Yeah, because you can't see it in HTML form. It has to be on the server.
Right.
Later on, we'll get into that. So commenting's basically the same in JavaScript and sometimes PHP. You can see there's like a similarity. There's like a slash and an asterisk, a hashtag, or a double slash. You can use multiple.
That's awesome.
Oh, you don't have to use just the same bit.
No, you have like options. I normally go for the hashtag, or sometimes I do a double slash.
Brian, did you know that? Did you know that you can use 3 types of comments?
Yeah.
Good, good.
Like Marcos was going over, JavaScript uses the word var for a variable. It's just an object that stores data. It could be a string, it could be a number, or it could be an array. There's like different ways to do it. So the first example I wrote here is we just use a $sign. JavaScript uses var. Then we use a name, which is going to be the variable name. And the value could be like, as long as it's in a quote, you could put like Marcos. For a number, it wouldn't need a quote. You just type in the number, but you also have to close it. So it could be a value, an integer, a string, or Boolean, which is true or false. Okay, so an example down here would be echo paragraph, hello, my name is Marcos.
So you can have HTML embedded in the PHP file.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
And I think Marcos just went over this, how to use an array. It's the same exact thing. Normally you would have var here, but like I said, the $sign, you could have any name that you want. The first object would be a 0, which is milk. The next one would have a 1, which is cereal. And the last one would be a 2, because it's sugar. PHP and JavaScript, they use same similarities, but the function differently, but the array part is exactly the same. Everything starts from 0.
And if you ever decide to go to .NET over Mr. Seebeck's class, you will be doing the same thing. It's a lot of arrays, a lot of loops, a lot of for statements, if statements.
So an example down here would be today's shopping list. List 0, which is milk. Then list 1 is cereal. Then list 2 is sugar. Like in JavaScript, you guys use what was the was it like length count? I forget. Marcos had it up recently.
You guys remember JavaScript, what he was using?
I think it was like length, but yeah, it was something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the way he had it was weekdays.
Yeah, it was just the
Something length. And that
yeah, length
dot
something.
length or something. But that was what it was. It was just like a length.
So basically in PHP, it's count. We use count, then the variable inside of it. It just returns like how many you have in there. Let's say we have 3 in here. It'll return 3. So that's all it does basically. And you can have HTML inside the echo as well. So integers are just basically mathematical numbers. You could have a variable of x equaling to 5 or y equaling to 12. It's basically like how you went to school. That's basically how I was taught without the $sign.
Right.
So I bet everyone remembers the time when the teacher asked you, how do you find y? How do you find x? What is it equal to?
Yes.
So that's basically, that's what math taught you. It's just a conditional statement. So y is basically 20, x is 5. If it equals 15, you will end up with a true conditional statement, which will print out this echo. 15 is the correct answer. Then you have a false one that says it's an invalid answer, which leads to a false conditional statement. You can use addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, greater than, less than, or equal to in a conditional statement. Any questions, Missy?
No, any questions from you guys?
So the integers, it's just you can put that into with your array somehow, right?
I don't think so. The only time you can use, it's like I don't want to go too deep because it goes further down, but this is just basics. There's more in arrays, but it's like further beyond this first chapter.
Oh, okay.
Which is just the basic.
Yeah.
So a constant is just information that doesn't change. It's just a piece of information that you keep and it's permanent.
Mm-hmm. Where variables change.
You can name it anything you want. You can have a value of a variable, a string, or an integer. So here's one from the book that you'll be doing shortly. You can use define, then you can have voting like in capital. It could be capital, lowercase, it's all up to what you want. I forgot to close it. You can tell I forgot to close it right here. There's supposed to be a quote at the end of this before the comma.
You meant to do that, see if you guys would catch it.
So in the book, they have something like this, but I slightly modified it. They had a comma here, so I put a period instead. So it's basically saying the legal voting age is 18, close, paragraph. And that's where the constant name comes in to play. It's just this number here, that's all it's doing.
It's always going to be 18.
So whatever name you call it, it's going to print out this value.
Yep, they're just calling that, yep.
So at the very bottom, I made like a little quick lecture for everybody that you can type up. You can log into your FTP, make a folder called PHP_lecture. Inside that PHP lecture, make a subfolder called chapter 1. Type the HTML and PHP below, then continue to step 4. And save the file as example.php, then upload it to chapter 1 folder.
Can we go ahead and show them? Can we do that real quick on Sublime and then put it through FileZilla and show them what it looks like? That way they can
I
see
can't
how-
because of the recording. It's like I only
Oh,
had
you
this
can only do that.
specific.
Mm,
So that's why I wrote it like this.
okay.
I spent my whole night in Illustrator just making that every single piece of color.
You must save it as a .php and then put it through FileZilla. So he makes sure that you put it up there, that you're going to log into your FTP, make a folder. But if you do it through your thumb drive and you make it a local file, you must put it through FileZilla in order to see how it looks on the browser side. Because remember, this is now server side. So we unfortunately don't have the software that we need to just be able to view it right away, we need to put it through Facet so we can see what it looks like.
And I forgot to put a,
When you view it on the server side, when you view it on your browser, and you try to view the source code, it won't show this.
and apparently I forgot to put another quote at the end of the paragraph.
It won't show
I just
this.
noticed that.
Oh, really? Well, hopefully they'll figure it out. But see the comments that are voting age, and then what you should see on the browser side is only the echo part. The legal voting age is 18. Correct?
Correct. I
Awesome.
forgot to end the quotation.
Oh.
I just noticed it, like I said.
We can edit it before we put it up again, before we put it on the PDF. Any questions
Any
for
questions?
Alex?
Thank you for
Very
listening.
nice. I think that's a nice brief overview of the basics. And I really like the way you did it like John Duckett
Let's give
style.
us just the